Thank you, Amy, and welcome, my fellow tech talkers. This is a quick talk about AI and cybersecurity. I'm going to warn you, there's a lot of information. I originally generated this for AI Omaha meetup last week. I just want to tickle your fancy to learn more about AI and cybersecurity. Let me ask you, how many of you are using AI now? You should all be raising your hand. We're using it whether we know it or not. It's often in the back end with the Office products. Microsoft is really pushing Copilot. Are any of you using Google Gemini? Well, that's the new name of it. It used to be called Bard yesterday. Things are changing very quickly in AI. So that's why I wanted to talk with you. Before we get into the full topic, warning. First of all, you see Alice in Wonderland. This is an Alice in Wonderland deck. Once you start going through some of the links, it'll be 4 or 5 hours before you appear out of the hole. There's so much to learn. So use the deck that I'll put in chat. You can go to my GitHub to see the list of resources, review this deck. These are my thoughts, not necessarily those of any of my employers. Only show ethical uses. So sorry, I'm not going to show you polymorphic viruses in ChatGPT, although they do exist because AI increases the speed of malware. It allows for source code transformation, evasion techniques, and customization, all a lot quicker. And that's where we see a lot of these dangers. Other warning, there is homework. Again, my goal, getting you curious about some of these tools I'll be showing you today and some of the websites. For example, go out to Google, just type AI, cybersecurity news, a new story every day, multiple. For example, yesterday, the FTC here in the United States, Federal Trade Commission, put out a ruling that AI cannot be used for robocalls. How are they going to enforce it? Great question. We're having a debate on that right now on LinkedIn. If you're interested, check me out on LinkedIn. But look and see how AI is affecting cybersecurity. How many programmers do we have in the room? I know this club has many. I thought this was a very telling point made by the US Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency regarding AI, that it's, even though it appears mystical, a unicorn colored, rainbow colored unicorn, or a unicorn colored rainbow, maybe, it's often considered bling. AI is software. Don't allow AI to take your focus off the ball about fundamentals, whether it's software development, security, or technology. Despite all the potential threats, there are tremendous benefits to using AI. There are numerous nations who are looking at AI, including the United States. The White House has put out numerous mandates regarding AI. They are funding scholarships and education from the UK's National Cybersecurity Centre, and that's why you see funny spelled word, it's because it's the UK, is listing just some of the common threats associated with AI. For example, we see it with social engineering, we see it with quick code creation, we see it with code exfiltration, many different ways AI can be used maliciously, and I'll show a few more websites where you can learn more. Out of curiosity, though, I went to my favorite AI engine and I asked the question, I'm building a presentation on cybersecurity and AI for a technical audience. Provide 5 ways ChatGPT and AI can be used maliciously. Any guesses as to what were its response? The top 3 are all related to human foibles and failures, if you will. Social engineering. I can create a phishing email against Matt Payne that looks very specific to him because I can use the AI to be able to see all about Matt Payne, create a customized script to send to him. So he'll be very convinced. Another news story from the past week was a financial person over in Hong Kong, I believe, sent 25 million to threat actors after being on a Zoom call with deepfakes. So yes, it happens. It can also be used for reconnaissance. And of course, I already mentioned polymorphic types of attacks. What they're trying to do is manipulating the victims to be pissed off, perturbed, or panicked. And that's for you, Jessica, because I know you like alliteration. Many other examples. There's adversarial machine learning, basically trying to poison the data, even while it's being created, while the AI or large language model is being trained. Some examples, you use diffusion with a picture of a panda to trick it to thinking it's really a gibbon, or put the word iPod on a physical fruit apple, changing what the LLM may think. Many different types of potential failure modes as well. Poisoning, we mentioned, being able to change the data as it's being trained, the engines are being trained. Some of these, though, are still the old-fashioned attacks, going after your code, going after the GitHub hub, if you will, backdoors. There was a vulnerability in ChatGPT last year. Many different ways it can be manipulated. So I hear the question right now, what can we do about it? We all have responsibility for cybersecurity in our community. There's a brand new idea just published. Okay, no, this really isn't anything new. Anyway, highly recommend check out CISA's Secure by Design. Microsoft has been pushing this for many years, many other governments pushing it as well. Build security in early, understand how it can be used or misused. From OWASP AI, OWASP, the Open Web Application Security Project, their AI engine, have specific steps. Another great resource for understanding AI, cybersecurity, and if you are in technology development or cybersecurity, you should be checking out OWASP. Another nice resource also from the UK and CISA is these guidelines for secure system development, which really, again, aren't new. Secure design, how do you deploy it? How do you develop? And how do you keep it up to date? To conclude, I do have a challenge for you, some next steps for you. So in the next week, check out this slide deck, pick a few references. In the next month, learn more, please share. ABC, always be curious. Again, if you're interested in learning more, check out my GitHub repository. If you trust a QR code, go ahead and click on it. Otherwise, thank you for your time today. Go out and be cyber safe.